Okay. It's still recording. Let's just make sure it stays recording. Okay, so, hi, back with another video, and we are in Blender version 2.79. So, yeah, I'm gonna show how to make a visual novel in Blender. So first, let's go to the game engine. All this is set. You know what, this worked well last time, so I'm just gonna check those boxes. Okay, so we're gonna go to Game Logic, and we're going to bring make sure we're top view, yes, and Control Alt 0 to bring the camera up. And we're going to keep the default cube, except we're going to, bring it down to flat, just like that. I actually did try to use a plane to do this, and but for some reason the plane does not. It doesn't render for some reason. It's weird. Let's get this even more flat. Yeah, that looks good. So, back up to camera view. So we're just going to take this and move it down to the bottom just a tad. Size Y to make it just a little bit smaller. And SX to make it like that. Alright, and we're gonna duplicate this, shrink it down, shrink it just a little bit more. I showed a design of my visual novel of a visual novel interface to someone earlier, and she was all like, "You need more screen space for the characters and stuff," and so here we are. Bring it to about there. And this is going to be where the name of our character is, and this is the text box. And we're now going to bring a background image in, so actually let's duplicate this again, only this time let's lower it, and let's center this. As you can see down here, this is the location data. We just hit everything, just made sure everything was set to 0 so that we have this. Oh, but we didn't. We made it so that it was the exact center. We don't want that. Let's bring it down just a little. Size it up to the camera's view, and this too. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm not just saying what buttons I'm pushing, this is basically for the Blender community, so and I am assuming that some people in the Blender community know how to use some of the features already. Okay. So we have all this. Let's actually change the material for these so that we can see them when they're unselected. Let's start with this one. let's select this too and bring another material in. And we'll just keep that gray. There we go. And I guess we'll leave that the way it is too. So we're actually going to put an image back here. So trying to think about it. Oh, right. UV images. So okay, that'll do. Okay, sorry about the editing. It took me a while to find a image to use. This right here is just this is my lame attempt at trying to make a couch texture. I have no idea who would sit on that, actually. So anyway, let's bring this image over to here. So we're not going to bother to mark the seams. Let's just unwrap it. And let's go to material. Wait, why is... Oh! Default. No. Oh, no, this is right. What just happened? Let's make it emit up to 0.30? No, more. 0.50. Let's have a look at that. Close enough. And let's make this emit 2. And I just a second realized that having this one, I'd have to change this too. I am sorry, people. Let's make this brighter and not anything blue. No. 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 All right, red. We're going with red. Okay, so we have a box, we have a background. Now, let's add some text. Add text. So we are gonna change the position of this so that it's over the box. And we're going to size it down so that it fits in the box. Okay, now let's tap into edit mode and we'll say that the person who's speaking is narrator. And the narrator is currently saying... Oh, hang on. And let's actually bring this up a little, and we'll use the spacebar to move that around. Okay. And we'll say... This was done by the creator of this game to show. Hang on. To show how bad. He is at. I'm making textures. Now, something else to make sure to take note of. We're going to be copying this text object many times, and you're going to see a whole list of the text on this side. That will be important later on. So let's do that. Let's duplicate this and just bring it off to the side over here. And we're going to duplicate this and bring it down. And we're just going to keep this the way it is because it's giving it, right now it's giving me an idea of how wide I should be keeping the text. So let's continue. Okay, so we just so we have this as the starting texture or text, and I duplicated this and pulled it to the side over here, where I then added a bunch of other text. So the reason why I did this is because in order for this to switch, for one thing, sorry, had to go get my notes. So what's going to be happening is we're going to be setting this up to switch between all these texts except for this one. We can actually get rid of that one because it has served its purpose. Okay, so oh, and yeah, here's the full list of the text on the side here. So first things first, before we set the actuators and controllers up, we need to convert all of these into meshes. Alt-C. Okay. Sorry. I had to go away again because I needed to look up a video on how to do this again. So anyway, what we want to do is convert all this text into meshes. So how you do that? Alt-C, and you want this bottom one. As you can see, this is the one that was selected. It has become an object, just like these other cubed objects. So we're going to do that to the rest of these. And there we go. So now let's get back to camera view. Put this in as close as possible. So here's what we do. We select the text, and we're down here. We want to do this with the left mouse click. And we also want to be using states. Now, something else you want to do, you want to click this little plus sign right under controllers, and it'll bring up these states. Okay, these are sensors. Okay. So we're currently on the first state right here. What we want it to do is switch to the next state and basically leave this text behind and bring up the next one on the list. So, at the same time though, we want to edit the object. We want to replace the mesh with the next one down. So on the states, so we're going to the next one. And on the mesh, we deleted one of the text things, so we want to go to this one. So we find that, and there'll be additional stuff on there, like the CU bit. I don't know why it adds that, but yeah, this is the one. And we want to connect these, and we want to connect this to this. So let's make sure everything's going good here. Let's start up the embedded. Okay. Now we're going to click and see if it switches. There we go. Now, before we continue on, I'm going to jump ahead, and I'm going to be applying all this to all the text. So, be right back. Okay, so I applied all of this to all the objects, but for some reason the last one is not working. Sometimes you will encounter a bug like that. But anyway, let's actually put this in full screen if we can. Yay! Okay, so narrator. This was done by the creator of this game to show how bad he is at making textures. He was trying to make a video earlier, couldn't get around to it. And so this texture just sat in some texture folder waiting for a time when it can be used in this project or another. And now, oh wait, there's no now. Now, and the time has finally come for you to choose. And for some reason, I click again, and that one's not coming up. Yeah, you'll encounter a bug like that. I don't know whether or not to the point is, this method works. Now, I can't get it to do the typing thing that you see in most visual novels, where it just, types out the text. But that is the general idea of how to make a game in Blender that is story-driven. So, that is one of my tutorials on how to make a visual novel in Blender. So for my next video, I am going to implement a choice system. So, let's tab out of this. Okay. Yeah, I did just note I don't know how to do the typing thing so that everything's being all typed out. And really that's it. So in my next video, I will show you how to implement a choice system as well as change the background. So, with that being said, see you later.